Well guys, so here I am again out in the garage. Got a small dilemma here. It's not too big of a deal, but I'll just show you guys what I'm up to. Cleaned off the top of the toolbox for one, and I've got a magic box here full of vacuum line and extra hose that I have, and it's come in handy, say that much. Let me get to what I'm first going to talk about today. While I start up my computer here, I topped off the radiator on Friday. I also got 2 more gallons of gas and a $3 funnel there, which actually fits right into the gas tank. And by the way, I'm using the Windows 8 thing now. My opinions on Windows 8, I might do a video on it, but honestly it's not that good. But anyways, this is what I'm looking at here. It's called a vacuum switch, and I had a dilemma. First dilemma is this thing over here. I've got the routing of the vacuum lines up right now. This one was originally a white one, and as you can see, these old vacuum lines here they're color coded. This one had a white strip. This one's a bright yellow one over here. And this one's like a dark orange. And as you can see, that one's got the yellow strip. Now, the problem that I ran into is when I was doing all the work on the vacuum lines, all 3 of these somehow got pulled out, or I don't even know if they were hooked up at all, if not the right way to begin with. But when I got everything done, I was looking around the car doing a once-over, all 3 of these were pulled out. I figured that the white one went to the top, and I had these 2 mismatched. I had the bright yellow one over here and the orange one down there on the yellow cap. And I had that wrong. I don't know why. I just didn't think common sense, was common sense, and the yellow one goes with the yellow, and obviously the dark color goes with the black. But I didn't think like that, and even up to the point where I found out the routing of this completely by accident. I looked all over the forums for it. I looked all over for what this thing was called. I tried every search phrase I could think of, 280ZX, right side engine, vacuum, routing. Damn dogs are barking and shit. But it only came up to me, and I was only able to find this and what it was actually called. It's called a vacuum switch. And I was looking up a charcoal canister of all things, and this thing popped up in the eBay search here. But as you can see, it's got the right routing for it, for the vacuum lines on it. I mainly just used this picture and this one, and I don't know if the camera can really see it, but the dark orange hose is going to the black cap, and up here you can kind of see a yellowish tinge that's going to the yellow cap. So that's where I got with that, and now I'll show you guys why I'm bothering with the damn charcoal canister right now, otherwise known as the evap canister. And that's because the incredibly white trash hicks that I bought this car from did a white trash hick repair to it. This stuff looks like RTV combined with, I don't know, Gorilla Glue, and they obviously tried to fix this thing, and it looks like the nub here, if you guys can even see that, either broke in half or broke off or something, and then they took a piece of a straw, or I don't even know what this blue thing originally was, but they put the vacuum line on it, stuck it in there, and glued it to it. And I pulled it out, and the idiots, it was completely filled up in here. I tried to cut it out with my knife and stuff, and I'm working on it right now, but it was completely filled up with just crap, and it still is. And that's what I'm trying to deal with right now, because this hose, out of all the hoses, goes to this piece over here, which is causing my idle problems. It's called the boost control deceleration device. I figured out how to tune it, and I've actually made some headway with it, but because that thing's fucked up, it's fucking with the vacuum going to it, and it's got kind of like a wobble type idle. I don't know if that's really the problem, but it's the only thing I can see wrong right now. I also messed with the tuning screw here, which adjusts the idle or the butterfly valve or something. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm dealing with, and I'm going to be taking that top half apart because it looks like it does come off. I mean, I just got to hack through all this fucking RTV and Gorilla shit and then pull this metal cover off, and hopefully this top half just comes off. But we'll see what happens as far as that goes. But yeah, I did get it running. The battery's pretty much toast. I mean, this is an old fucking battery. And it just doesn't want to hold a charge anymore. So anytime I want to start the engine up, I've got to hook the jumper cables up to the Focus and hook them up to here and start the car. And also, I think part of the idle problem was the routing to this vacuum switch. Because when I first got it started up and had them routed wrong, it had a wobbly idle, like I was saying. And I was able to get it around 800 or 900, but it would go up. It would be between like 700 to 1,000. But you know, the median, the average would be about 900, but it would just wobble like that. So that's what I'm dealing with right now. I'm probably going to go to the junkyard today because I went there last weekend and I saw that they had a charcoal canister there. And if I can't fix this one, or at least get it to where I can temporarily have it working so I can tune the actual car, I'm going to be going and getting that other one that I saw on an 83. Okay, so as far as the clip earlier, I just got the new charcoal canister here. That's what the filter looks like. Looks like fiberglass that you would see in a fucking warehouse or something. Might have to replace that filter at some point, but my biggest deal here is making sure all the vacuum and everything works on this car. So I've already undone this. It's real easy to get out because you're supposed to be able to service this at certain intervals, and as you can see, the filter in this thing is a lot nastier. Throw that over there. Now we got the new one right here. So all I really need to do is basically hook this vacuum line up here, this one up here, and pull out this fucking redneck ass piece of straw here and probably cut this down just a little bit because I think it's glued into there, and then just put it back on. And after that I'm gonna fire it up and we'll see how well it runs. Okay guys, so great news. I got the new charcoal canister in. This is routed right. I've adjusted that a little bit. The idle screw right there and the bcdd below it. It's kind of robbing some power from the Focus a little bit. But I'm definitely making headway with what I've done so far, and I'll show you guys what I mean. Remember how it would idle at like 2,000 RPM? Still gotta adjust the idle a little bit, but watch this. I would bring it up and it would go back down and stay at 2. That's fucking awesome. Just to show you guys. I think the oil pressure is a little wonky. But the weird thing is it was doing this earlier. And as soon as we would remove the battery cable, it wants to idle down. What's it idling at right now?
It's bouncing between 8 and about 1. 800 and 1,000.
Give it some gas. Yeah. So that leads me to believe that this battery's bad. That's weird. See, that's what it was doing before. I think I might have an alternator problem, or it might just be the battery, but I'm gonna go ahead and take it into O'Reilly's and have them check it. And we'll be back, but we're definitely making some headway here. This looks real promising right now. So we'll be back when we do. Okay guys, so I replaced the battery. All new terminals too. Put some of that protectant shit on it. Got it the right size battery as well. As you can see, all the terminals are replaced. I adjusted it a little bit more. So let's see what happens when I start it up. Put on the clutch. One time. And it's idling, it's supposed to idle about 800, so it's probably around 900 right now. But watch this. No wonky idle anymore. No wobbly shit, no wonky shit. It's good. I don't know if it should be dropping down as much as it, or as fast as it should be as far as the RPMs go. So if any of you guys who know these cars better than I do want to point me in the right direction, that would be much appreciated, to say the least. The oil pressure keeps liking to go up and stuff. But it's good. It smells like it's running a little rich. So it probably just needs to be adjusted a little bit more. I'm thinking the next thing is going to be the timing, but this is damn good. Those main problems it had are non-existent now. At least they don't appear to be existent. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.